Even with a free account, Royal Road offers powerful tools to quantify how your story is doing. A premium account increases the data you can access exponentially. Making sense of those complicated numbers and charts is another story. If you're like me and analytics make your eyes glaze over, a hands-on approach can help demonstrate the value of statistics. Let's get started. I was surprised that there aren't any guides for these features beyond Royal Road's own summary, but then I remembered the kind of stories that are popular in the platform. Number-crunching lit RPGs with a side of stats. I'd hazard a guess that the average reader on Royal Road is a data dork, so many of the analytics I'm going to get into may be obvious to them. For the rest of us, it makes sense to take these step by step so that we can better understand them. We'll start off with what's included in a free account, and we can also use this as an opportunity to check in on my progress. I changed my logline, which I think was a good move. The march towards 100 followers is going well. Thank you for the support. Rank is something that might matter for me later. Right now, it's not going to be much of a factor. But the most valuable stats that the free version gives you are total views and average views. The only issue with total views is it's not unique visitors, and you also don't know where they're coming from. Average views gives you a better sense of how many readers are you retaining across all of your chapters. Another great feature of the free version is that you can look at individual chapter numbers. You navigate your sidebar to content where you can click on the chapter section. As implied, this breaks down the views per chapter. My first chapter is getting a lot of attention. 1,100 views is quite good. 809 for the follow-up chapter is really good retention. 444 for chapter 3 is starting to slip. In my case, I think this is largely a product of my multi-pov structure. I introduced 2 characters in chapter 1, 2 new characters in chapter 2, and a 5th character in chapter 3. That's a lot of perspectives. I don't think people are used to switching this quickly. I did this intentionally, and I think it serves the story, but I'm not sure I would intentionally do this again. It seems like that many perspective shifts is jarring for readers. It's also important to note that numbers don't tell the entire story. It'd be easy for me to look at chapter 4 and say 250 views, it's a disaster, but it's a result of how I reorganized my opening chapters. I inserted a few and changed the order of others. That's why chapter 5 has a much healthier retention rate than chapter 4. And if you look at chapters 8, 9, 10, and 11, things are going pretty well. I think that's a great indication of the potential audience for my book. There's a slight dip starting chapter 12, but then all the way through chapter 19, things are pretty consistent. Again, that's very reassuring. After that, the numbers get a little wonky and seem to be inconsistent. I think that might be a case of this is too small of a sample size. I need to get my book in the hands of more readers so that I can see clearer patterns. You can do a lot with just these basic features. They're quite robust. However, when you sign up for a premium account, you get access to this analytics menu and some additional features. Here's Royal Road's page explaining these premium features. The first chart they present is a ratings distribution. This is pretty self-explanatory. And in my case, it's not particularly useful. I have 11 5-star reviews, which I'm eternally grateful for, but it doesn't demonstrate any kind of distribution. The rating timeline is a bit more granular. The rating timeline is a bit more granular and has some interesting features. The x-axis is the date, the blue line is your average rating, and these vertical green lines are when chapters were released. So taking a look at my own chart, which at the moment is not that profound, there are 2 moments that deviated from the norm, here and here. Given that the sample size is so small, overreacting to these anomalies is not advised. Neither is constantly refreshing pages like this. I have a bad habit of doing that for my YouTube channel and my author dashboard. While the dopamine rush of getting views or subscribers is nice, I wonder what the compulsion to check does to me psychologically. I think setting some boundaries would be appropriate. Fiction page views shows nuance on when people are reading your chapters. Let's see if that chart can help determine any trends for my story. Once again, the green lines mark when chapters were released. So typically, I'm seeing a pretty big spike a day or so after I release a chapter, which makes sense. Also, if you average everything out, it looks like I'm getting about 50 page reads per day, which is incredible. As far as I can tell, there isn't a way to expand the duration of this snapshot. It seems to only include the past several weeks. 3 of the days where I exceeded 100 views were all the day after a chapter release and all weekdays, which is kind of interesting. Reader activity shows views compared to comments. It's worth noting that my comments are included in this total, and I respond to everything. When looking at my chart, there are a few spikes that might be worth paying attention to. Chapter 5, 10, 16, and 19 all outperformed other chapters in terms of engagement. it might be productive to take a look and try to determine what generated that interest. Do any of those chapters have anything in common? Is there something I could replicate to foster engagement? Refers are an invaluable metric. This tells you where readers are coming from both on-site or off-site. This can be a great indication for promotional efforts, advertisement, or channels like this, where I'm hoping to send viewers to my Royal Road page. No surprise here, but in the last 7 days, 32 users have come from YouTube and have spent 54 sessions on my fiction. That's wonderful. Google searches are another key way that people are finding my story. Audiobook AI is an interesting one. So a month or so ago, I found out that my book had been scraped and turned into an AI audiobook without my permission. Since I've registered the copyright, I could make a big stink about this. But it is sending some traffic to my page. For the time being at least, I'm going to let this slide. I don't like it, but if it's working as a promotional tool, I'll take what I can get. It was getting a bit dark, so I turned on overhead lights. Apologies if that makes things look a little weird. If you click the Royal Road tab, you can see where traffic is coming internally on the platform. This is a great way to see the impact of shoutouts, but I do wish that there was a lifetime option. 7 days is a pretty small snapshot. You can also see what kind of tags people are searching and finding your book with. Paying attention to any trends of that can help you fine-tune which ones to use. Additionally, you can add tags to some of your links to better track where the sources are coming from. I'm not going to get into that right now, but it's a cool feature. User retention is one of the key things I wanted to know when I signed up for the premium account. With these charts, you get to see raw page views for users with an account and those who don't have one. So if I'm reading this correctly, you should be paying attention to where the peaks are. That's where people stopped reading. For example, 59 people read up to chapter 11. Chapter 19 seems to be another stopping point for readers. Same with chapter 29. This corroborates what I pointed out earlier. Between chapter 11 and chapter 12, there was a significant drop-off in readers. Taking a look at what happened in the story at that point might be valuable for me as an author. The transition from chapter 19 to chapter 20 is another opportunity to do that. But my biggest takeaway is currently 21 people have read every chapter of my first book and 9 chapters of the sequel. That's amazing. There's not even enough room in here to fit that many people. Clicking the Users with Account tab, it's very clear that most of the people reading my story do not have a registered account. I'm totally cool with that, but if you want to help an author out, you can log in pretty easily with something like Google, and then you can add some spicy comments, write a review, maybe follow a fella. The page views per chapter might allow you to expand the timeline in ways I was complaining about earlier. You start off with a blank screen, and you can also see how I reorganize my chapters. My current chapter 1 is actually my 11th posted chapter. This is why some of the page views are a bit wonky. Here you get to see the daily page views for the entire lifetime of the story. As an author, I'd be interested in trying to determine what caused this spike, this spike, this spike, things of that nature. It's fairly overwhelming the amount of data you have access to. Knowing how best to use it is tricky. Ratings over time is another self-explanatory one, and one that is unfortunately very useless for me. This doesn't provide any actionable information. The ratings by chapter, however, is kind of interesting. Half of my ratings are coming from the first 2 chapters, which isn't a great indication that people have stuck around. Don't get me wrong, I appreciate flyby 5-star reviews, but seeing a 5-star review for chapter 16 or chapter 17 has a little more impact. Then again, this doesn't tell me the complete story. People could have refreshed their page, they could have clicked back later, who knows. Followers and favorites are important charts, but I don't think you want to live or die by them. For example, on December 12th, I lost a follower. Would it serve me to obsess over the chapter I released the day before? Maybe that's why I lost the follower? Maybe they hadn't even read that far. Some kind of exit survey would be nice, or horribly hurtful. I lost another follower on January 17th, so I could take a look at these 2 moments and see if there's any discernible pattern. Hopefully you found that run-through enlightening. Either of my ignorance when it comes to charts and analytics, or maybe you found the step-by-step approach helpful. Regardless, access to this amount of data is powerful. Someone savvier than me could use it to really fine-tune their outreach efforts. There are a few other features of the premium account I want to go through quickly. You can turn on push notifications for reviews, which is nice. You get a customizable fiction header, which I should really take advantage of. And the one I really need to jump on is custom line breaks. Because my story is multi-POV, I use line breaks to separate the characters if they appear in the same chapter. Adding in some cool designs like this, or theming them, could be a cool aesthetic. You also get a lot more flexibility in how you can export your story or import it onto the platform. There's a find and replace option for helping close potholes or making quick edits. I tend to do all my drafting and editing in a third-party document, but if you're using the site internally to write, this is the kind of feature you need. You also get automatic draft saving. Author premium is $60, and I think that's very reasonable. If you're at all committed to using Royal Road as a platform to showcase your fiction, I think this is a no-brainer. Last up, I want to share some shoutouts and networking I did with other authors. Please show some support for Murray E. Rook, Zaliander Soul, sorry if I pronounced that wrong, and Josiah has started releasing a new book called Titan. Thanks for joining me, and Tambi. Should I bother you now? You want to get bothered? Ooh. What a sweet kitty. Sleepy Tambi and I will see you next time. Thanks for joining us.